Welcome back to the Ball Does Lie podcast, your one-stop shop for daily NBA content. My name is Amir. I am here with my co-host Brendan. So, Brendan, for today's episode, I want to talk about Jaylen Brown and
Your
talk
favorite
about.
team, baby. Your favorite team, the C's.
I hate this team so much, and one of your favorite players, which I hate. But anyway, is Jaylen Brown an MVP candidate, and and is he actually better than Jayson Tatum? So the Boston Celtics are still rolling since we've last talked about the Celtics, and Jaylen Brown is playing at an MVP level. He's having a career year, and partly I think is because of his usage and the opportunity now as being the number 1A on this team with Jayson Tatum out with an Achilles injury, who might miraculously try to come back this season. I don't think it's the smartest move, but like if he's actually healthy enough to come back, that could be a very interesting thing for him to come back maybe like the final few weeks of the season and have him for the playoffs, because they're top 3 in the East, which is unreal because they did start off as like somewhere around the 8th to 10th seed, which is where you thought they would be. They're still talented, but they're losing a top 10 guy in the league. But is Jayson Tatum actually a top 10 guy, or is it actually Jaylen Brown? So what are your thoughts? Do you think he can potentially be an MVP with this type of season? And do you think he's better than his teammate in general
So
overall?
that's always the question I feel like a lot of people who watch and cover the Celtics ask is they don't ask the question. I think they all believe Tatum's better than Jaylen, but as a Jaylen Brown truther from the very beginning, I've always liked Jaylen Brown a little bit more. And I think he absolutely is in the MVP conversation. I don't think there's any way to deny that this year. Like you said, nobody had the Celtics being in the top 3 in the East. And
No
here
one.
they are. I think everyone was almost expecting this would be a gap year or a loaded draft. Jaylen might play whatever 50 plus games. We'll rest him, get a great pick, come back loaded
Tank a little
for
bit,
the
get a
26
lottery
27
pick.
season.
Yeah.
Exactly. Maybe mirror what the Spurs did back when they had David Robinson and Tim Duncan. But Jaylen, and I think the infrastructure in Boston is too good. Missoula's an absolute maniac, and I think he has these guys playing well above their weight. And Jaylen this season, averaging basically 30 a game, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. I think the way he's been distributing the ball has been a huge part of his growth. And I think a lot of people didn't see this kind of elevation to his game, and this is what he needed to kind of take that next step, and he's done it. And he's shooting at an insanely efficient clip, 50% from the floor, 37% from 3, which is the highest percentage he shot from 3 since the 2020-21 season, when he almost damn near shot 40% from 3 on a lot less attempts, though. He's shooting about 7 a game.
That's the key.
So at a higher volume, still scoring at a crazy efficient clip, and doing it in a way where we're really seeing him shine as the number 1 option. So do I think he's better than Jayson Tatum? As much as I want to say yes, I have to say no. I think Tatum is a legitimate guy that you could see in the top 5. I don't think he's quite top 5, but he's someone that's in that conversation. Jaylen isn't quite there, but I do think this year absolutely is a top 10 player in the league and is just leading this Celtics team in a way I don't think a lot of people thought he could do. And as a fan of his, I'm just having an insanely good time watching him. I'm sorry to all your Miami Heat fans that listen to you, but I think Jaylen's been unbelievable this year.
Let me ask you this. If Jayson Tatum was the one healthy and Jaylen Brown was injured, would they be a top 3 team in the East? Would Tatum solo be able to carry this team? Because he wasn't able to do it in the NBA Finals because he wasn't the NBA Finals MVP. He didn't step up when the games were the most important. So Jaylen has proven under the biggest spotlight, when the team needed him the most, he played the best. I mean, that's very situational, obviously, but still very telling in my opinion. And I obviously don't like either of them, but I hate Jayson Tatum way worse than I hate Jaylen Brown. I kind
gotta
of
ask
agree.
you: is that because of his ability or because how he's killed the Heat in the past?
all the above, but also his
Yeah,
stupid shit that he did, like with Kobe. I texted Kobe
that's
good
true.
night, and
The cringiness.
the
Yeah,
cringe shit. Like whatever, you did it once, cool, but like just like okay, we get it. You love Kobe. Like I hate the Lakers too, but also I'm like you're a Celtic. Like shut up. Like even if you did, like I would lie. Like like if I'm trying to think like Lakers Celtics, another rivalry like it's not the same sport. I can't think of this on top of my head. Like another rivalry like that with the championships, but like Niners Cowboys back in the day. We're both Niners fans. Imagine if I was like a Niner and like my favorite player though was a Cowboy and I was a
yeah,
Niner. Like I wouldn't say like Troy Aikman or Emmitt Smith were my favorite players. I would
yeah.
lie and say some not like Joe Montana and Jerry Rice or whoever like Garrison Hurst were my favorites. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't be like
That's
I
fair.
know I would pretend obviously. I know I'm just joking obviously. I don't think it's
Yeah,
that
yeah,
big of
yeah,
a deal, but still like I don't know. I just think he's soft. Um and I just think he just thinks he's better than he actually is. He's very good. They wanted him to be the face of the NBA and he wasn't good enough. So he's probably
yeah.
top 7 to 12 in my opinion, I
Yeah,
would
that's
say.
about where I have Tatum as well. I do agree with you too on Jaylen in kind of the more important games or um, the games where you're really expecting your guys to step up. Jaylen, I think, continues to play well when it matters the most, and we saw that in their playoff run. There's a reason why he won Finals MVP. There's a reason why he won Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Jaylen is a guy that seems to give his best when it's really needed, and Jaylen is not someone that shrinks in the moment, but I think you can definitively say up to this point in their careers that he does not play as well as Jaylen does when I think all the chips are down and everything's on the line. I think Jaylen just has a little bit more of that dog in him. Um,
Better
I don't know
defender
what.
in my opinion too,
Yeah,
I
better
think.
defender as well. I mean,
Not
you
a lot,
can't.
but
Yeah, it's not. That's not to say Jason's not a good defender. I think Jason's an incredible defender, great rebounder. Um, but again, I'm just going to go back to Jaylen's ability to distribute the ball this year. I think that was one piece I always gave to Jayson over Jaylen. I thought Jayson understood when the ball should go where. I thought he ran the offense better than Jaylen ever did, but I don't think Jaylen ever really got that opportunity. And now we're
exactly.
seeing it, and he's doing it at the same, if not a better level than Jayson. So not to keep pitting them against each other. I think both players are incredible. There's a reason why they've won a championship together. There's a reason why they've been one of the winningest teams since they've been on the Celtics. And if you're a Celtics fan, you're just itching to get Jayson back because the East is wide open. I don't think anyone is saying this is the Pistons conference to lose. So if you can get Jayson back by, like you said, end of the season, playoff time, and he can give you 15 to 20 solid minutes, why not make a run this year? Why not do it? But I'd love to see Jaylen get more MVP love. It's starting to make the rounds now in the national media. Um, but it's exciting to see him get his flowers right now and do his thing as the number one option.
Yeah, but you didn't answer the question. So if Jaylen
I'm
was out,
taking Jaylen. I'm taking Jaylen. I think I don't know what it is. I think the team plays better with Jaylen as their main
so you're
guy.
saying if Jason was healthy, Jaylen was out, they probably wouldn't be a top 3 team.
Who's to say? Maybe we'll get the chance to see that one
You're
time.
to
I hope
say.
not,
You're to say.
but I
Let's see what
think
you have to say.
I think Jalen's proven they. I think that it's Jaylen. I'm going Jaylen. I don't know if Jayson can carry him the same way. That's crazy to say because Jason's been their definitive number one guy for basically the entire time he's been in Boston. Um, but I'm just so shocked and surprised at how well Jaylen's playing, and that's as someone who loves Jaylen Brown, and it's still surprising me how well he's playing.
How about this? Should they, before we close, now trade Jayson Tatum and build around Jaylen because,
Fuck
or do
no,
you,
they
or
shouldn't do that. No, absolutely not.
but
You
they don't
keep
have the
both of those
same.
guys.
They don't have the
You
same.
keep
They
both
don't have
those
the
guys.
same team that won that championship, and it's only going to get harder and harder to beat the West teams. Um,
But I think the infrastructure they have in Boston is good enough, and those two have proven that they can win a championship together. And you hope you can keep guys like Derek White around.
it's going to be
Kata
harder and
looks
harder.
insanely good.
But
Yeah,
the
it will
money is
be. It
going to be
will be to
hard
keep
with
this
those two
team, but
contracts they have. Then
but if
it's
you
like
have both those two guys, I think you have a chance. You'll always have a puncher's chance with those two on your roster. They're both so good. They play so well together. They do a little bit of, you take it, I take it type of basketball, but
Who doesn't?
exactly, who doesn't? And I think the way Jalen's shown how he can play as the main distributor as well just proves, okay, now you have another element to this team that's already scary offensively. We're looking at this year with no Jayson Tatum. They're second in offensive rating. That's crazy considering what we thought they would be coming into the season. So, yeah, I'm all on the Jaylen Brown for MVP bandwagon right now. Obviously, Shea and Jokic are going to have something to say about it, but I'm all in on Jaylen.
Cade Cunningham's going to get it over Jaylen. Jaylen sucks. Screw the Celtics.
Man, this guy. So you'd rather? I mean, as a Heat guy, you're what? Pistons overseas. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, we had our little.
I mean, I can't be mad at Cade. I love Cade.
We had our little battles, but also guess what? If the Detroit Pistons didn't beat the freaking Los Angeles Fakers back in 2023, whatever it was, 2024 season to break up Shaq and Kobe, Shaq went to the Miami Heat. So thank you to the Ben Wallace, Rasheed, Billups, Tayshaun, Rip Hamilton Pistons. Thank you for that. And then also we had our battles afterwards because then we played them in the East Finals and then the back-to-back, and we lost the first year, and then the second year, that's when we beat them to go to the finals to finally win. So we've had our little small rivalry with the Pistons, but not like the Celtics.
Not like the C's. That's fair.
Not like the C's, especially the hate that we got from the C's during the LeBron era and Ray Allen jumping ship coming to the Heat. That was pretty fun to watch. But yeah, I hate the Celtics way more than I dislike the Pistons, but also
as you should.
I only like one team, so I hate every team. I hate your I hate your team. I hate my every friend team.
Why would you hate the Kings? The Kings are just so lovable because
they beat us. Because they beat the Miami Heat, which is even more embarrassing this year. So and because you won't go to the game with me in the few weeks.
We'll see on Tuesday.
Brendan's gonna play with his dog instead of go watch a game with me. His co-host.
Whoa! I'm training my dog. All right. We're not playing.
His wife could do it. You don't need two to train on one day. So I'm giving you a guilt trip live. So
love it. I can't give you shit then if we beat you again. That's a shame.
If there's no chance. Anyway, Jaylen Brown you heard it here first. Jaylen Brown is better.
Give me Jaylen over Jayson. Jaylen over Jayson.
Yep. He thinks you should trade Tatum to build around.
All right. And see, I didn't say all that.
I
didn't say all that.
Clip it. Anyway.
Don't aggregate.
Clip this. Anyway, crazy year for the Celtics. Crazy year for Jaylen Brown. I can't believe that they're the third seed. It's just
me neither.
Insanity to me right now that he's been carrying this team, and it just proves how elite Jaylen Brown actually is. Because not anybody can do this. Just because you have the opportunity doesn't mean you can do it with this efficiency and
win. Right, a lot of guys might be able to get these numbers, but
develop
to nothing.
Yeah, exactly. They're not empty calories, and he's improving while leading, while increasing usage, while being the number one option. It's like
in year 10, getting better in year 10 too, just adding things to his game. It's been awesome to watch.
That's what me and you would do, baby. If I was in the league, if I was in any league, year 15, I'd be improving, dog. Like, damn, this guy can fucking do this now.
He's got another level. Right? Yeah,
obviously, dog. So anyway. Thank you guys for tuning in to this episode. And if you guys do enjoy the podcast, it would be great if you guys could like, comment, share, and subscribe for more NBA content. Thanks again, and we'll be back soon.